The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 reunion focused heavily on Dorit Kemsley's marital struggles. After repeatedly denying rumors of trouble in paradise, Dorit and PK Kemsley officially separated in May 2024. While it surprised many viewers, in the end, it seemed inevitable. The couple tried to navigate their rocky separation, with their storyline prominently featured in Season 14, and it was a focal point of that RHOBH reunion, too. However, during the reunion, Dorit opened up like never before about their future. It was illuminating, but also sad. Plus, PK was invited to take part in the reunion. He declined to attend but sent a statement. It's fair to say that it was a surprise for Dorit. In his statement, PK slammed Dorit for criticizing his abilities as a father. He also accused her of changing her personality. It seems like Dorit doubts that a reconciliation with her husband, PK, is in her future. Let's break down what she revealed at the reunion. Dorit Kemsley said she is still in love with PK on the RHOBH Season 14 reunion. During our RHOBH reunion recap, we paid extra attention to PK's statement. The statement read in part, "Dorit has made several mischaracterizations about me, but the one I must address is the claim that I am a bad father." That statement is both heartbreaking and false. The statement continued, "The Dorit I married would never have allowed this, much less caused it. That woman embodied kindness, integrity, and grace. I can only hope this version of Dorit finds her way back to the person she once was." Of course, host Andy Cohen asked Kyle Richards if fame has changed Dorit. Their friendship was already hanging in the balance, so why not give it a little push? Kyle admitted that fame has changed the Beverly Beach designer. She added, "I think this season I saw a Dorit that I didn't know." As for PK and Dorit's two children, Phoenix and Jagger, Dorit explained that they are still unaware of their parents' separation. According to Dorit, they are not asking the questions, so they haven't told them. "So, I think that when they see PK and I friendly, and there's peace, and we're happy, they're okay," Dorit added. Then Andy asked how Dorit feels about PK now. "Are you still in love with him?" Andy asked. "Yeah, he's my soul," Dorit said. "He's my blood, he's my heart, and I hate that because it makes it so much more difficult." She added, "But I also know I need peace." In that moment, I really felt for Dorit. Dorit Kemsley revealed during that RHOBH reunion that PK Kemsley will not address his sobriety with her early in the season. Dorit claimed that PK was an alcoholic. Finally, Andy asked how long PK had been sober, and Dorit's answer plunged the room into a stunned silence. "It's not a topic we discuss, as I discovered very recently, so I couldn't answer that," Dorit replied. "Wait, is he not sober?" Erica Jane whispered to Bozoma St. John. "I guess not," Boz responded. Then Andy stated that it sounded like PK wasn't sober, but Dorit didn't want to say that on television. However, the situation was even stranger. "I have no idea," Dorit explained. His exact words are, "It's something I'm choosing not to discuss with you." Of course, if PK is allegedly drinking, that adds up to huge worries for Dorit. Then Dorit recalled a recent conversation with PK. "In fact, in that moment, I said, 'The way you're making me feel in this moment, I don't think I can have a relationship with you. Even a friendship,'" Dorit said. She continued, "As of a week ago, I've chosen not to have much of a relationship with him. Right now, PK sees their children on Saturdays when he is home and not away for business." During Season 14 of RHOBH, PK admitted that using alcohol was a coping device because of the problems in their marriage. But it didn't cause the issues. Of course, why PK won't reveal the status of his sobriety is a mystery. RHOBH's Dorit's future may be different than what she expected. This season found Dorit feeling helpless amid her separation with PK, like he was in total control. He previously sent her a raging email seemingly threatening her with a divorce. At a later meeting, Dorit asked PK if that was what he wanted. "I believe that, unfortunately, this is what ends the marriage. I believe that rather than bringing out the best in me, you can bring out the worst in me," PK replied. Notice how he also accepted some of the blame for their failing marriage. Just kidding. PK took zero accountability. Naturally, both Erica and Boz repeatedly advised Dorit to find a good attorney, fearing that PK might go scorched earth amid a divorce. So, at that RHOBH reunion, it sounded as if any hope of a future reconciliation was gone. When Erica asked Dorit if she was frightened, her answer was surprising and melancholy. "I'm not scared. I'm sad," Dorit said. "I think I'm realizing more and more each day that what I really believed was going to be my future may not be. And I think that realization is relief, king hard." And when Andy asked if she was heartbroken, Dorit responded in a million pieces. If this is truly the end of PK and Dorit's marriage, let's hope that she gets all her ducks in a row and takes some advice from Erica and Boz. I fear that Dorit may be in for a messy divorce, and she should prepare herself. The studio lights hummed, casting a cruel, unforgiving glow on Dorit Kemsley. Her typically vibrant eyes, usually sparkling with designer dreams and social triumphs, were now shadowed pools of melancholy. The reunion, meant to tie up loose ends, felt instead like the unraveling of her carefully constructed world. Every word, every glance, every silence chipped away at the fragile facade she had maintained for so long. When Andy Cohen read PK's statement, a collective gasp rippled through the set, but it was the quiet internal tremor in Dorit that truly registered. PK's words, sharp as shards of glass, accused her of changing, of losing the kindness, integrity, and grace he once knew. It was a public indictment, a personal betrayal, and Dorit could only sit, her jaw tight, as the sting of his dismissal settled deep within her. The irony wasn't lost on her. The man who had so often preached image was now dismantling hers on national television. Yet, when Andy asked the inevitable question, "Are you still in love with him?" the answer came swiftly, unfiltered by PR or pain. "Yeah, he's my soul. He's my blood. He's my heart. And I hate that because it makes it so much more difficult." Her voice cracked, a raw admission of a love that defied logic, a connection so profound it tethered her to a source of her deepest unhappiness. The peace she craved was a distant shore, constantly receding with every turbulent wave PK generated. The real bombshell, however, dropped subtly, almost an aside, yet it echoed with the force of a thunderclap. PK's sobriety, a topic she had bravely brought to light earlier in the season, now shrouded in a chilling veil of silence. "It's not a topic we discuss," Dorit confessed, her eyes flitting nervously. The room held its breath. Not he's sober, not he's not, but he's choosing not to discuss it with you. The implication was devastating. A partnership where one half refused to engage on a matter of life-altering importance. It spoke volumes about the chasm that had opened between them, a chasm of trust and communication that no amount of shared history could bridge. The thought of PK allegedly drinking, the very issue that had brought so much tension, now left her feeling helpless adrift. "The way you're making me feel in this moment, I don't think I can have a relationship with you. Even a friendship," she recalled telling him. The words hung heavy, a finality that hadn't been there before. Her vision of their future, the one she had meticulously curated and clung to, was dissolving before her eyes. "Are you heartbroken?" Andy pressed, his voice softened with genuine empathy. "In a million pieces," Dorit whispered, the glamour momentarily stripped away, revealing a woman in profound emotional agony. The realization that her expected future, her family unit, was likely irrevocably altered, weighed on her like a physical burden. The reunion wasn't just a recap, it was a reckoning, and as the credits rolled, it became painfully clear that for Dorit Kemsley, the most challenging act of all, rebuilding her life, was just beginning. Her voice, previously hushed, now carried the heavy weight of a broken heart. In a million pieces, she confessed when Andy pressed on her heartbreak. It was more than a phrase. It was a visceral description of her internal landscape, shattered fragments of dreams scattered across an uncertain path. The beautiful, bubbly Dorit, who had once presented a vision of marital bliss and designer perfection, was now raw, vulnerable, and facing a future she had never envisioned. The golden facade had crumbled, revealing the profound grief beneath. If this was truly the end of Dorit and PK's marriage, the journey ahead would be fraught with legal battles and emotional turmoil. She needed to heed the advice of her friends, to pick up the broken pieces, and to prepare herself for the messy, heartbreaking reality of a divorce she had fought so desperately to avoid. The peace she craved would come at a steep price, a future reshaped by loss, but perhaps also by a newfound, hard-won strength.